Hello everyone, welcome back to the Trophy Coins channel and the trophycoins.com website. Today we're going to be looking at the 1841 Seated Liberty dollar. This was the second year of this type, and we'll find some very interesting coins here. It's pretty impressive how scarce these coins really are in mint state. You have to remember that in 1841 there weren't that many coin collectors in America. And so the very best coins were just literally spent. And it was very unusual to find any of these examples in mint state. If you look at the condition census for the 1841 silver dollar, it goes all the way down to MS63 plus. And so if you have a coin that's MS64, that is quite an accomplishment, as you will see. Let's start with the first coin here. This is a big image from the Bowers and Marina sale from 1995 when it sold for $14,850. That's the last auction appearance for this coin. This is the finest known. It's an MS65 plus. Now PCGS does have a better image of this coin on their website. You can certainly go there and check it out. But this coin is far and away the best example known of this date. It's currently in the D.L. Hansen collection, which is one of the finest collections ever assembled, still being worked on, and this is one of the highlights of the Seated Liberty Dollar series. Next up is a PCGS NGC MS65. This was last seen in a Heritage auction in 2008. And that's another thing I'd like to say here is that many of these coins haven't appeared on the market for a number of times. They eventually go into strong collections where they remain for a long time before the collection either appears back on the market, appears at auction, or somehow it returns to the market. But the people that collect these things, they definitely are holding on to them. So it's very rare to see these examples in MS63 or better. This one sold for $74,750. Next up is a PCGS MS64 Plus with a CAC sticker. This is the first time we see a CAC sticker in this condition census. This one's appeared on the market a number of times. It last sold in 2015 for $37,600, which seems like a bit of a bargain when you compare it to the prices of the MS65s and the the MS65s, which sell for almost double by with just a half a point increase. So that's a pretty impressive increase in value just for half a point. Next up is an 1841 in PCGS MS64 Plus CAC, another CAC graded example. This one sold for a similar $36,000 in 2021. Next up is a PCGS MS64 in a CAC with a CAC sticker, and this one sold, as might be expected, for around $30,000. This one sold earlier this year, and so this is a pretty current price. This gives you a very good idea of what an MS64 would bring in today's market, and I believe the CAC sticker definitely helps it. Another PCGS MS64. This one sold in 2023 for $28,800 as part of the Bender family collection. If you look at the PCGS set registry, it shows this as being in the Contursi family collection. If I'm reading it correctly, the Contursis are Steve Contursi, who runs and operates Rare Coin Wholesalers. So apparently he's put together or is working on a collection of either high-grade type coins or a high-grade set of Seated Liberty dollars. Next up is a PCGS MS64. This one is pretty much white and untoned, a little bit softly struck on some of the stars and on the top of the eagle's wing here on the back. And this one sold in 2024 for $33,600. So you can see my earlier comment about how hard these are in high grade or how infrequently they appear on the market. There have been a couple of them that have appeared just recently, just within the last 6 to 8 months, which is good for collectors because you want to, if you're collecting something, it makes it a lot nicer if you can actually obtain some of the coins. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to put together a set of coins and not being able to buy the coins in the quality that you like. Next up is an NGC MS64 with a CAC sticker. This one's been off the market since 2010 when it sold for only $9,200. Now this one has a history, a record of $39,100. So this is sold at a pretty good discount. I'll have to recheck that thing because that's really an outlier. I want to make sure that that coin's been properly plate matched. Finally, we go to some uncertified examples, or an uncertified example. This one was called Very Choice Brilliant Uncirculated, sold in 1998 for $1,650. This one has not appeared on the market again. To my knowledge, we've looked at the MS63s and the low-end UNCs, and it doesn't seem to show up there either. So we're not sure where this coin has gone. 1841 MS63 Plus CAC. This sold in Great Collections in 2018 for $22,501. This is a really interestingly toned one. Looks to have very nice eye appeal. Again, it shows some of the weakness in the stars, which is kind of typical of these early seated Liberty dollars. And again, you see the softness here because this area here is directly opposite the knees on the front. So the metal just doesn't have a chance to flow fully into the dies. We've got a PCGS graded one. You can go to their website and see this, MS63 Plus, and we got 2 more to go. It looks like PCGS MS63 Plus last sold for $8,700 in 2019. Now part of the RMB collection, and we have another uncertified example, Choice Brilliant Uncirculated. Sold for $1,150 back in 1999. You can see that this is ancient history. We're talking 25 years ago. These things were pretty affordable. It sold in one auction as Gem Brilliant Uncirculated, then Choice Brilliant Uncirculated. And again, this is one coin that has not reappeared on the market, at least not in MS63 or better. So that's the roundup for the 1841s. Pretty impressive group of coins, and as you can see, if it goes down to MS63 Plus is the low end of the census, that gives you an indication of how difficult these coins are to find a nice collection. Now, what this means is if you have an 1841 silver dollar and it's MS63 Plus or better, you can pretty much be guaranteed that it's going to be part of the condition census. And I would recommend that if you are considering buying an 1841 silver dollar, make sure it's certified and compare it to the coins that we have already listed here. You may find it, and in that case you'll have a little bit of price history on your coin, and it'll help you make a better buying decision. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, like it, and by all means leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I haven't heard from anybody yet about coins they'd like to see in the future. I would definitely be happy to work on coins that you're interested in, and hopefully we'll get some ideas for future videos. Thank you so much for being here again, and we will see you in the next video.